You're looking for a dog grooming bathtub that actually makes the job easier, not just a shiny metal box with a list of specs. You want something that will let a big Labrador hop in without a stunt double, that drains fast enough so you're not standing in a puddle for the next client, and that stays solid after a few months of daily use. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. When I first started researching walk-in tubs for my home-based grooming side hustle, the biggest fear was ending up with a professional-grade unit that looked impressive on paper but turned out to be a nightmare in the garage. The biggest red flag for most buyers is the entry height. If the lip is too high, you'll spend half your session coaxing a nervous dog onto a platform, and that defeats the whole point of a walk-in design. Another common hesitation is the drain placement. A poorly positioned drain can leave water pooling in the back, turning a quick rinse into a soggy mess that takes forever to dry. I also kept an eye on the price because a commercial-grade stainless steel tub can range wildly, and I didn't want to drop a few $100s on something I'd end up swapping out after a month. The Flying Pig 61.5-inch bathtub checks a lot of those boxes, but it's worth walking through the everyday setup before you decide. The tub arrives as a single stainless steel shell with a built-in Rightside drain, an overhead grooming arm, and a complete faucet kit that screws directly into the wall. Assembly is basically a two-person job. You slide the tub into place, bolt the drain to the existing floor drain, hook up the faucet, and then attach the adjustable arm. The stainless steel is thick enough that you can lean on the side without hearing a ping, which is a small comfort when you're wrestling a dog that's trying to splash you. If you're a professional groomer with a dedicated space, the 61.5-inch width is a real strength. It comfortably fits large breeds, think Great Danes, Bernese Mountain Dogs, or even a sturdy St. Bernard without forcing them to turn sideways. The open front sits just 9.5 inches off the floor, so you don't need a ramp or step. A dog can simply walk in, or you can lift a hesitant pet with a gentle guide. In my own testing, a 95-pound Labrador settled in within seconds, and the low lip meant I didn't have to constantly adjust my stance while rinsing. For home users who only groom medium to large dogs a few times a week, the same entry height feels generous without being overkill. The overhead grooming arm is where the commercial-grade claim becomes tangible. It swivels 360 degrees and slides forward and back, letting you position the sprayer exactly where you need it, while keeping your hands free for brushing or clipping. The included faucet is a professional-grade model with a separate spray nozzle, so you can switch from a gentle mist to a more powerful jet without swapping tools. In a real-world scenario, I was able to rinse a tangled coat, rinse the nozzle, and then finish with a quick spray to clear loose hair all without moving the dog or the tub. That fluid workflow saves a few minutes per animal, which adds up when you're doing a full day of appointments. Now for the trade-offs. The biggest practical weakness is the weight. The stainless shell plus the faucet kit and arm tip the scales at well over 150 pounds. You'll need at least 2 adults to maneuver it into place, and it's not something you can easily slide across a carpeted floor. If your grooming area is a small, rented apartment or you plan to store the tub elsewhere when not in use, you might find the bulk a hassle. Another point to consider is the drain connection. The Rightside drain port requires a standard 1-inch PVC fitting. If your existing plumbing isn't already set up for that, you'll need an extra elbow or a plumber's help, which adds a small hidden cost. The faucet kit is solid, but the hose length is limited to about 3 feet, so you need to keep the water source within that radius, or you'll have to buy a longer extension. Who should buy this? If you run a professional grooming salon, a home-based business with a steady stream of large breed clients, or you simply have a few big dogs that love the water, this tub gives you the durability and functionality you need without the hidden compromises of cheaper plastic alternatives. The thick stainless steel means you won't be worrying about dents or rust after months of shampoo, and the integrated arm and faucet streamline the whole grooming process. It's also a good fit for veterinary clinics that need a reliable bathing station for post-surgery cleaning or skin treatments. Who should skip it? If you only groom small dogs or cats, the 61.5-inch footprint is overkill and you'll likely end up with a lot of unused space. Likewise, if you're on a tight budget, the initial outlay for the tub plus any necessary.